Today's video, I'm going to show you the 5 exercises that stopped my pain from lumbar spinal stenosis. Hi, my name is Dr. Rob Bates. I'm a chiropractor and a certified athletic trainer, and I have moderate to severe lumbar spinal stenosis. And through the years of trial and error with different exercises, I found the best 5 exercises that work well, most effective at relieving that pain from lumbar spinal stenosis. So before you get started, make sure that you talk to your healthcare provider to make sure this is right for you. The first exercise is to exercise restraint, is that you have to find specifically the activities that you do that are irritating the condition, so you just remove that and change the position, change the activity, so you take away that and you're not picking the scab of the lumbar spinal stenosis. For example, it could be sitting long periods of time with a wallet in your back pocket. That uneven surface can cause just a wearing and tearing of that low back and can create and put you into a pain pattern. It could be some people, they're on their feet for long periods of time and they have high heels, which is going to cause excessive extension of the low back and just jam into that lumbar spinal stenosis and irritate it and make things worse. It could be a profession like a checker at a grocery mart, to where you're bending forward, and that bending forward in one spot for long periods of time causes the muscles, creates a lot of loading on that low back and increases the pressure on lumbar spinal stenosis. So whatever it is, you got to find what it is, remove that, change it. So these exercises that we're going to talk about right now will be much more effective. First exercise is a warm-up. It's the cat camels. And this one, you're just going to take it through 10 easy, slow repetitions, feeling the range of motion of the spine, going from a small range of motion to a large range of motion, emphasizing the flexion portion. So you want to do about 10 repetitions of these to heat up the spine. Then the second part of this is the angry cat. You're going to flex the abdominals, go into that arched position, hold it for about a 5 to 10 count, and then relax. And you're going to repeat this. You're going to come into it, flex the abdominals firmly, go into that arched position. That will help open up the low back and take pressure off the nerves of the lumbar spine and help relieve pain. You want to do about 5 to 10 of these angry cats and do it in a slow, strong contractions. It'll help activate the abdominals. The next exercise is going to be learning how to brace the abdominals properly. You want to get a dumbbell, put it over your belly button. You want to push up and brace against that dumbbell and hold it there for a 10 count. Then you want to relax and repeat that 10 repetitions. The goal of this is that you want to be able to do that abdominal bracing in a relaxed mode, to where when it's bracing you can breathe and you can talk, because there will be carryover into other exercises, and you want to be able to do that, activate the abdominals without holding your breath. Activating the abdominals will allow you to keep the spine stiff, so it will prevent any type of micro movements of the lumbar spine and put you into pain patterns. When you stiffen up that core area with the lumbar spine, it will allow the hips and the shoulders to move much freer. The next exercise that we have to do is we have to do glute bridges. The glute bridges, you want to make sure to activate the abdominals, brace them real well first before you go into the bridge. And you contract the glutes or the butt muscles. You hold it for about a 5 count, and then you relax. You want to repeat that about 10 to 20 times. So it's very important that when you do these glute bridges, is that you brace abdominals so you don't, it will protect you from going into a hyperextension, because hyperextension, if your lumbar spine is irritated and in pain, it will cause it to increase the pain. So you want to protect it from too much extension by bracing the abdominals, going up into that glute bridge, and activating the glutes. The two muscles that we've been training are basically, it's going to be the abdominals and the glute muscles right now. The next one, of lumbar spinal stenosis, we're going to loosen up the stiff hips, because typically with people with lumbar spinal stenosis, they're going to have very stiff hips, and we're going to work the internal and external rotators of the hips. So we're going to go ahead and from across your right leg over your left, and you want to push your right knee towards the foot, away from your head. That'll open up the external rotators. Then you want to rotate. And as you're rotating around like this, you're going to resist the motion with the left side. Then you want to press, once again, the knee away from your head, and you want to try to get that right foot, the sole of it, down to the floor on the opposite side. You want to work with your available range of motion that you have, so you don't want to push past your comfortable range of motion, because as you do this, it will start increasing the range of motion in your hips. So you're going to work the external rotators right here. And then when you pull back, you're actually pulling back and you're resisting the motion here with your left leg. And now you're working the internal rotators. So you want to do about 5 repetitions on each side when you do this. Then you would go ahead and switch, go to the other side. You're going to see you want to cross your left over your right. You want to press your knee towards or away from your head. You want to resist with this whole side on the right side where the rotators are of the hip and the QL. Then you want to push away with your left knee away from your head. You want to try to get the sole of your foot down to the floor. And as time goes on, it will start increasing the range of motion more and more and free up those hips. The stance, there's 3 steps. You want to get the feet, the toes lined up to the knees, knees with the hips. So the first step, though, is going to screw the feet into the ground. By doing that, it's going to allow the glutes to contract. Then the next step is going to be bracing the abdominals. By bracing the abdominals and contracting those glutes, it's going to lift the spine. It's going to decompress the spine. The third step is you're going to take the forward head posture. You're going to bring the ears over center so it's in alignment. You got to be careful when you do this step, because a lot of times when you bring your ears back, you release your abdominals and you arch your back, and it's going to pinch the low back and create pain. So you got to brace the abdominals when you bring your head back. So the 3 steps of the stance are: you can screw the feet into the ground, which contract the glutes, then brace the abdominals and bring the ears over your shoulders. That will allow you to get ready for walking pain-free.